Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome to a new playthrough on the channel. We've already had a busy morning with our playthrough of Inside the Cup Golf as we took Tiger Woods out to Augusta National. So now we're moving over to Allegiant Stadium for a replay of Super Bowl 58 in Glory Days Pro Football from Sideline Strategy Games. Obviously, you can probably guess, football simulator. And of course, we've got the Kansas City Chiefs against the San Francisco 49ers. As the Chiefs won this game historically, they will be the home team for this one. So without any further ado, what say we jump right into this and we'll get started with the coin toss. We'll resolve the coin toss the usual way I resolve a coin toss. Chiefs, 49ers, decision. Odds, winning team will receive. Evens, the winning team will defer. The Chiefs win the coin toss, and they will elect to receive the first half kick. And with that, we are all set for the kickoff. So once I get my notes here, San Francisco will be going this way. Kansas City will be going that way. So we'll get the kickoff ready from the 35. And we will go ahead and resolve the kickoff. No penalty on the kickoff as the D6s get checked for that. Frisco with a will take a 0 over 2. Frisco will take a 0 over 2. Where's their kickoff column? Where's their kickoff section? Probably under special teams. Here we go. Kickoff C with a 0. C with a 0. That'll be a touchback. Kansas City will bring that back out to the 25. So Kansas City will bring that back out to the 25. We'll see if they're able to get a drive going off of this. So we'll tick down one of their drives on the... Oh, we need to check for traits as well. Kansas City's got dime time, which gives them a +1 on completion range for third down pass calls. On a 1 to 15, that's active. That's a 9. Dime time is active for Kansas City. As for San Francisco, their special trait is takeover, which means when number 1 running back carries the ball, add 1 yard to all runs and play-by-play and 10 yards to any big play. On a 1 to 9, takeover is active for San Francisco. That's a 6. Takeover is active for San Francisco. Okay, I've got my notes here on the score checks. So 1, this will be drive check for KC, for Kansas City. I'm going to try to figure out where I want to put these. Put some of these charts so they're roughly out of my way, but I can see what I'm doing. All right, so Kansas City is a +1 on the drive check. We subtracted the Niners drive offense. Actually, strike that. The Niners are a 0. The Chiefs are actually a -1. I subtracted the wrong numbers. So the Niners are a 0. The Chiefs are a -1. All right, so we'll roll all 5 dice for the drive. Chiefs being a -1. That is a 68, which the Chiefs will get a drive going. Then we go to the D20, which is a 1. They're starting at their 25, so that's going to be 6 plays, 52 yards, and a first down. So 6, 52 plus. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 1, 2. So we'll be starting this drive, 1st and 10 for Kansas City from the San Francisco 23. We'll roll for the play. Okay, that's a possible penalty, but a 14 is out of range for both teams, so we play on. The 14 on the... So actually, since we used the 14 for a penalty check, we will re-roll that to get the play call. That's an 11 on first down. That'll be a run to Perrine. All right, then 4 is going to be 2 stars on run offense for Kansas City, to 1 on, to 1 on run defense for San Francisco. So Kansas City will win trench control, which means Perrine will take an 11 to column K on offense wins trench control for the run game. K, actually that's going to be a 0 that he's going to take over. That's a possible big play. So big play, is there any kind of special rating here? So L-1, which means we need a D10 roll for that. We probably could have just used whatever the white die was. So L-1. That's a 7. That'll be good for 29, aka 28 yards, but Perrine will take that in right away for the touchdown, and the Chiefs will lead this one right off the bat by a score of 6-0. As this is the Super Bowl and technically a neutral stadium, there won't be any stadium cheers or boos, anything like that. But we will see if the Chiefs are able to add the extra point. So no penalty there, and a 37. That'll be up and good. And the Chiefs get off to a 7-0 lead here right away in the Super Bowl. And then the Chiefs will get their kickoff on. They're an A on the kickoff. Right, no penalty. The Chiefs will send an 8 over to column. Send an 8 over to column A on the kickoff. And that'll be over. That'll be back to the goal line for Frisco. San Francisco will have a 7 on kick return column B. 7 on kick return column B. Right, yes, 7. That'll be 24 yards. 10, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. So Frisco will bring that back out to the 25. So that's a goal line and 24-yard return. Drive check for San Francisco. The Niners are a 0 on the drive check. I got my drive chart right here. That's a 29. The Niners are going to have to punt that one away. The 8 says they'll make 4 plays, 14 yards. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Niners tick that down, and they will have to punt. Niners are an A on punting. No penalty. The Niners will take a no penalty, so we don't need any of that. The 7 on column A for punting is going to be a 45-yard punt. 10, 20, 30, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1 punt. That's a 45-yard punt. So the Chiefs will take a 9 over to punt return C. 9 over to punt return C will be a big play on the coverage. So how do we get the big play on the coverage? That's probably a big play. Oh, big play coverage. Frisco is a punt of A on coverage. We need a D10 roll for that. That's a 5, and that's going to be 2 yards. So Kansas City brings that back to their 18. And then we'll have another drive check once I get the score sheet updated. Kansas City, once again, a -1 trying to get a drive going. That's a 13. That's almost assuredly, yep, Kansas City will have to punt that one away. Actually, I've already got that. Well, actually, this is fine. So Kansas City is going to have to punt that one away. Their result is a 10, 6 plays, 20 yards. So 10, 20. That's where Kansas City is going to have to punt from. Kansas City is an A punting team. See what the Chiefs can do with this punt. No penalty on the play. The Chiefs are an A. They'll take a 1 over to column A. That'll be a 50-yard punt, a beauty. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. San Francisco will field that at their 12. They'll take a 7 over to column C on a punt return. That'll be no return. So Frisco will down that one. Got a drive check here for San Francisco. They're once again at 0 trying to get a drive going as the Chiefs lead 7-0 here in the Super Bowl. That is a 60 for a 0. The Niners will get a drive going. 4 will be starting from their 12. That'll be 8 plays, 60 yards. Wow. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So that was a 4. Okay. 860. And the total of an 8. Kansas City is a defense 10. Defense 10 is going to be 2nd and 7. Which is where San Francisco is picking up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 2nd and 7 is where we're picking up for San Francisco. Let's see how their drive continues. All right, that is a possible penalty, and a 6 will be a penalty on San Francisco. So we need a 20 for we need a 1 from the KC 28, but they're going to get hit for a penalty. So we'll re-roll the D20 for a penalty on San Francisco. 13 is going to be holding, which will knock them back 10 yards. Second and 17 for San Francisco from the Kansas City 38. Let's see what the play is here. There goes the D10 again. No penalty on that one. That will be a 17 on 2nd down. That'll be a pass to Kittle. All right, and so red is always going to be offense, white is always going to be defense, is how I'm going to do that. So on pass, that'll be 2 stars on trench control for San Francisco. 5 on pass defense will be 1 for Kansas City. So San Francisco will win trench control, and that'll be a 17 going to... Actually, we got to check if that's completed. So that's going to be a 7 on San Francisco's offense, and that'll be incomplete. Now 3rd and 17 for San Francisco from the Kansas City 38. We'll see what the play is here. No penalty on the play. 6 is going to be a pass to Ayuk, but Kansas City is going to be expecting that. Which, if it's highlighted in yellow, they subtract 1 from their roll because they're expecting it, I believe. Let me see if I can double check that. It's not going to be in here. I need the pro rule book. Here we are. It'll probably be explained. Let's go section quick play touchdown. That's not what I want. No. There's got to be something in here that explains what that's for. Pass offense and trench control. That's not what I want here. Play calling matrix. Underneath, that's not what I want either. Maybe something in the hybrid game when we look at play calling. Play-by-play portion. Not a drive kill. That's not what I want either. This isn't explaining it, but I'm pretty sure when you expect it like that, you subtract 1 from the roll for trench control. That's what we'll go with anyway. So because Kansas City's expecting the pass, they subtract 1 from that. They'll subtract 1 from their roll, which a 5 on a pass offense will be 1 star. A 1 will be 2 stars on pass defense. So Kansas City will bring a 5 over to their pass defense, and that'll be incomplete, which means San Francisco will have to try to kick the field goal. They're from the 38 plus 17. That's going to be a 55-yard kick, but I think the Niners are going to have to try it. That'll be a field goal from 55. We'll roll to see if there's a penalty. They need a 0 to 66 to make this field goal. It's right at the end of their kicker's range. All right, there is a possible penalty and a 3. Ooh, this is bad for Frisco. That'll be a false start, which is going to back them up 5 yards. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. San Francisco is going to have to punt that one away. And instead of the field goal team, here comes the punt team for Kansas City. Or for San Francisco, I should say. So we'll get the punt team ready for the 49ers. Here's the snap, and here's the punt. No penalty on the play this time. San Francisco will be taking an 5 over to column A on the punt. That'll be 48 yards. That'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Let's see, 5 on A was 48. Which means Kansas City will bring that back out. Kansas City will bring that back out to the 25, where we'll have another drive check. And that'll be the last drive. This will be the last drive of the first quarter. A 16. Kansas City is going to have to punt that one away. 17. It's going to be 7 plays, 22 yards. And the Chiefs are punting that one away. We won't worry about the 2D6s because we use those for down and distance. So 10, 20, 1, 2. The drive stalls at their own 47, and Kansas City is forced to punt. So let's see what the Chiefs can do with this punt. No penalty on the play. The Chiefs will take an 8 over to column A on the punt. 8 over to column A is going to be 39 yards. 10, 20, 30, 9. 39 yards, and let's see what San Francisco can do with the return on the punt. They're a C on the return. Nice. Oop. And I forgot I could have just used the roll there. So San Francisco will take an 8 over to column C on the punt return. That'll be a 6-yard return. And 5 drives to end the first quarter. So at the end of 1, Kansas City leads this Super Bowl by a score of 7-0. Let me grab a quick drink, go get my phone, and then we'll continue with the second quarter of this game. Oh. Just catching up on a little bit of my email. Okay. All right. So I will remember to change the scoreboard out for the second quarter of this game, and we will be underway here. Thank you guys for spending part of your Tuesday afternoon with me, anybody who's stopped by. Okay. San Francisco we'll have the first drive check of the second quarter. So that'll tick down for the Niners, and we'll see what they can do with this drive. The Niners have been very undisciplined today. Not a good day for that. Wow, that's going to be a 97, which sounds like it's going to be a possible interception. So that'll be a possible interception, 4 plays, 35 yards. 10, 20, 30, 40, or 10, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, the ball is going to get picked on that interception is going to get picked. Ball is going to get picked on a 1 to 13 based on which dice? I believe it's going to be based on the D20 again, but I want to make sure of that. Actually, San Francisco throws it away on a 1 to 11. Kansas City would then pick it on a 1 to 8, since they're modifying it by -3. Let me double check how the interception gets. And the drive chart for ball advancement, and then resolve the turnover. So that's based on the D20. Okay, so we'll roll for that. That is a 20, so the Chiefs almost certainly won't pick that pass off. No. Okay, so yeah. Nope, that's a possible interception, but the Niners will have to punt. So let's see what they do on this punt. No penalty on the play. The Niners will take a 7 over to column A on the punt. 7 is going to be 45-yard return, which will end up in the end zone for a touchback. And Kansas City will bring that out to 25 for another drive check. Chiefs with another drive, with their first drive check of the second quarter. Adjusting on the mat. That's a 36, which is just barely a drive. From the 0 to 25, 5 plays, 32 yards. 10, 20, 30, 1, 2. And then an 11, San Francisco is a drive defense of 7. So 11, drive defense 7. It's going to be 3rd and 2. As Kansas City has just gained the San Francisco end of the field, but they're at the 43. So Kansas City going to see if they can try to punch this through for a first down. Remember, dime time is active for the Chiefs, which means they get a +1 on their completion range for pass plays. Possible penalty. Uh-oh. And a 4 is going to be a penalty on the Chiefs. That'll be a false start. Which will back the Chiefs up 5. And we're suddenly looking at 3rd and 7. From the San Francisco 48. Let's see what the play is now for the Chiefs, now that they've gotten backed up a bit. No penalty on that one. 13 on 3rd and 7 is going to be a pass to Pacheco. But the Niners are expecting it because it's part of the yellow section. So 1 is going to be 2 stars on pass offense for Kansas City. 3 minus 1 is 2. Will be 2 stars for San Francisco. So that'll be a stalemate on trench control. The 9, though, is that's going to be a possible. That's going to be an incomplete with a possible sack. So let me just check how sacks get resolved. I don't know if that starts from So resolve the same way as turnovers. So Kansas City, resolve the same way as turnovers. Okay, so it looks like we check on the... So that'll be a 1 to 6 for a sack, adjusted by 0. So 1 to 6 on the D20, since we did have to use the D20 for the play call. That's a 3, and that's going to be a sack. And we need to check for how many yards are lost on the sack. How do we check for that? Resolve. The sack occurs, roll 2d6, and the result is how many yards are lost. So Kansas City loses 9 yards on the sack. That was a terrible sack by Mahomes. So 9 yards back, which means Kansas City is looking at 4th and 16 from their own 43, and the Chiefs are going to have to punt that one away. So Chiefs send on the punt team, and let's see what they can do with this one. No penalty on the play. The Chiefs will take a 9 over to column A. That's a 34, but a block chance. Is there a way to check for how punts get blocked? Looks like it's based on a modifier, so... Reference against the block charts. That's not exactly what I want here. Play-by-play. Wish there was a way to explain special teams a little bit better in here. So it looks like there's no way for the Bills to have the punt blocked. That'll be a 34. So the Niners get in there 10, 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, but they're not able to block it. The Niners will take a 1 over to punt return C. Over to punt return C. That'll get fair caught for the Niners at the 23. And now we'll have a drive check for San Francisco. They need to get something going here, because this is their 4th drive of the first half. Let's see what the Niners can do here. They're a 0 trying to get a drive going. That's a 27. The Niners are going to have to punt that one away as well. A 1 will be 3 plays and lose yards. They'll lose negative 1 yard. So they're back to the 22, where now they're going to have to punt it away. So let's see what the Niners are able to do with this punt. They've had to do a lot of punting today. Niners are an A punt for the only consolation. No penalty on the play. The Niners will take a 3 over to column A on the punt. That'll be a 42-yard punt. 10, 20, 30, 40, 1, 2. The Chiefs will take a 7 over to column C. 7 on column C, no return. So it probably rolls out of bounds at the 36. Kansas City with their last drive check of the first half. They're down to 5 drives left. Let's see if they can get a drive going. They're a -1 trying to get a drive. That's a 25. The Chiefs will have to punt. 14 is 5 plays, 14 yards. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. They're right at midfield, and the Chiefs are going to have to punt that. So let's see what the Chiefs can do with the punt. There we go. So 2 of the dice got stuck. No possible penalty on the return. The Chiefs will bring a 2 over to column A on the punt column. That'll be a 45-yard punt. That'll get handled down at the 5. The Niners will take a 1 over to column C on the punt return, and that'll get fair caught. Niners looking at their last drive chance of the first half. Let's see if they can get something going here. Let's see, that is an 84 on a 0. Ooh, potential big play. So how do we resolve the big play? This one I've got to look up. So a potential big play on a simulated drive result. You reference the D20 on the third down 3 to 5 column. So a 15 on the 3rd to 5 is a pass to Kittle. That's a pass to that's a pass to Kittle. So we look at the big play. So we look at the big play pass chart. Probably big play passing chart. All right, so now we take so re-roll a D10 and look at the big play chart based on his rating. So Kittle on a pass play is going to be I plus 2. So I is 1. That'll be 20. That'll be a 22-yard big play. 10, 20, 1, 2. So they definitely needed to get out of there, but because they're not past midfield, they have another simulated drive. So let's see what the Niners do with this one. They got a big play out of that to get out of trouble. All right, that's an 89, which this one's going to be a drive kill, a possible drive kill. So let's see how we resolve that. The result is a drive kill. So the D20 is a 17, which will be, if it falls within the offensive penalty range. If it's within neither range, it looks like presumably it's not going to be within either range on the penalty. So what happens if it's not within either penalty? Would it be, I think we would just roll again. So if it doesn't fall within either penalty, that means we're just going to roll again. I think that's probably we're just going to roll the drive check again. I think that'll be the easiest thing to do there. That is an 83. That's another possible big play. The D20 on a 1 is going to be McCaffrey trying to break a run. Right? Yes. All right, so let me just double check that. It's a big play. Actually, that's a third 3 to 5, which that's a 1. Okay, so yeah, that is still McCaffrey trying to break a big run. So we roll on the appropriate play, roll on the appropriate big play chart. So that's a big play rushing chart. We'll roll a D10. Actually, we could have just used the 8 there, but we'll use a 1 for column A plus 1. That'll be 21 yards. 10-21. And San Francisco still hasn't gotten past midfield, so they have another simulated drive coming out of this. Still a 0. I better keep the big play chart close. Yep. All right, a 52. That'll actually be a drive. Then a 12 from the 48, or from the 36 to 50. 12 is going to be 6 plays, 39 yards. 10, 20, 30, 49, or so 39. And then the 4 on a defense 10 is going to be 3rd and 8. So San Francisco trying to get some points before the half, but they're looking at a 3rd and 8. From the Kansas City 13. San Francisco's gotten some explosive offense on this one. And then just to refresh my memory on what takeover is, when number 1 running back carries the ball, add 1 and 10 to any big play. So actually, McCaffrey breaking off that big run should have been another 10 yards. So coming after the 6 plays, 39, they should be at, so actually after that, I'm going to give them another 10 yards now. So it's actually 3rd and goal for San Francisco at the Kansas City 3. So it's 3rd and 3 to go, essentially. No penalty on the play. 4 for a 3rd and 3 is going to be a run to McCaffrey. All right, 6 on a run is nothing for San Francisco on trench control. 2 is going to be 2 stars. So Kansas City will win trench control with a 4, with taking a 7 over to column E on defense wins trench control. So that's a 7, column E, defense wins trench control. That'll still be 6 yards, and that'll get the Niners in for a touchdown, as the Niners managed to score a touchdown to bring themselves within 7-6. We do need to see, though, if the Niners are able to tie the game on the extra point. So 0-97, the Niners tie this game. Wow. No penalty and a 97 right on the button. So the Niners will add on the extra point. And we have ourselves a tie game at halftime. And with that, as usual at halftime, I will take a small break. Just needed a little something there to wet my whistle. Anyway, what did I do with my pen? I put my pen down over here. So we are coming out tied at 7 at half, coming out of the half tied at 7 here in Super Bowl 58. As Kansas City will be kicking this one off to San Francisco. Since Kansas City received the first half kickoff, San Francisco gets the second half kickoff. All right, that will be no penalty on the play. The Chiefs will take a 9 over to column A on the kickoff, and that'll be down to the 5-yard line. So down to the 5. Briscoe will take a 5 over to B on the kickoff return column, and that'll be a pretty good return, 25 yards, bringing San Francisco up to the 30 for this first drive of the second half. So we will change the scoreboard since we are in the third quarter, and we'll see if San Francisco can get a drive going. They could use some... They've got momentum coming out of the first half. They managed to hold Kansas City to only 7 points. Can the Niners put something together here to start the second half? All right, that is a 48. That says they've got a drive going. A 19 from the 30 will be 4 plays, and so 3 DC San Francisco. That's a drive. 440. So 10, 20, 30, 40. And San Francisco will have an automatic first down and 10 from the Kansas City 30. Let's see what the Niners can do with this great drive already to start the second half of this game. Possible penalty on the play. 5 is going to be within range for San Francisco. So right. So now we have to re-roll the D20 to see what the penalty actually is. That's a 13, and that's going to be a holding on San Francisco. Which will back them up 10 to the 40. So 1st and 20. Kansas City 40. Let's see what the Niners can do with this after a holding penalty knocked them back. Another possible penalty on the play. This one's going to be against Kansas City, though. So let's see what the penalty is against the Chiefs. That's a 14. That'll be defensive holding, which will be 10 yards and essentially cancel out San Francisco's holding penalty. Technically, it would be a new set of downs, but I just can't justify calling that a full set of downs, especially since the Niners haven't snapped the ball yet in this half. They will here, though. A 3 on first down will be a run to McCaffrey. 2 is going to be 2 stars on trench control for San Francisco. 6 is nothing for Kansas City. So San Francisco will win trench control. They'll take a 0 over to column E on offense wins trench control. Possible big play. Uh-oh. This could be trouble for Kansas City. So we'll re-roll on the big play chart based on his rating of an E. 2 on an E will be 22 yards. Which, with dime time, or not with dime time, with takeover, yep, so add 1 yard, so that'll be a 23-yard run. And San Francisco will get all the way down to the 7, and that will be first and goal. Actually, yeah, 23 yards from 30 would get them to the 7. Okay, so first and goal, San Francisco from the KC 7. Frisco trying to get some points to take the lead here to start the second half. No possible penalty on the play. I put my pen down over here, of course. And 8 is going to be a run to Mitchell. 5 on trench control is 1 star. 3 on run defense is also 1 star. So a stalemate, which means a 2 over to column J. 2 to column J on a stalemate is going to be 4 yards. So second and goal from the 3. Excuse me. All right, no possible penalty on the play. The 4 is going to be a run to McCaffrey. 2 stars on trench control for San Francisco. 1 for Kansas City. So San Francisco will win trench control. 2 over to column E on offense wins trench control. That'll be 5 yards, and that's enough for a touchdown. So San Francisco now takes a 13-7 lead, pending the extra point. So we'll see if the Niners are able to add the extra point. A 0-97 they do. That's a 50, no penalty. Extra point is up, and it is good. And the Niners now hold a 14-7 lead, as the Niners will get ready to kick that one off to Kansas City. And actually, I'm going to use the cup, because I'm having a hard time getting a good roll on these dice. Much better. No penalty on the play. The Niners will take a 4 over to column C on the kickoff. 4 to column C. That'll be down to the goal line. As for Kansas City, they'll take a 0 over to column C on the kick return. And that's a possible big play. Oh boy. Big play on the return. Should be a big play for, here we go, big play for kick return. Their rating is a C on kick return. That's a 4. That'll be a 37-yard return. So that'll bring them up to the 37. Now we have a drive check for Kansas City. Let's see if they can get a drive going here after I tick down their first drive of the second half. Let's see, that is a 37 for Kansas City. They're a -1, so they will get a drive going. 8 is going to be from the 36. 8, so 8, yes, from the 36 to 50. That'll be 5 plays, 29 yards, 10-29. Then a 7 with San Francisco's drive defense of 7. 7 with drive defense. 7 is going to be 1st and 10. Kansas City from the San Francisco 34. Let's see what the play ends up being here for the Chiefs. No possible penalty. 6 on first down is going to be a run to Pacheco. 6 will be nothing on run offense for Kansas City. 4 is going to be 1 star for trench control for San Francisco. So San Francisco will win trench control. Pacheco will take a 4 over to column G. Defense wins trench control. And that'll be 1 yard. Get our second sheet going of this game. So, third quarter, 2nd and 9. Kansas City at the San Francisco 33. Yep. Hold on just a second. Let me get the clip. Get this back on the clipboard. All right, there is a possible penalty on the play. The 19 is going to be on San Francisco. Let's see what the penalty ends up being on the Niners. That's a 15, and that'll be defensive holding. That'll be 10 yards and a new first down. 1st and 10 for Kansas City from the San Francisco 23. San Francisco seems to be more interested in shooting themselves in the foot in this one, because they're leading 14-7, but these penalties are just killing them. All right, no possible penalty on the play. 11 on first down is going to be run to Perrine. Let's see, 2 on a run is going to be 2 stars on trench control for Kansas City. 1 star for San Francisco on trench control. Kansas City will win trench control. Perrine will take a 9 over to column K. Offense wins trench control. And that's a possible big play. Let's see what happens on the big play. Big play. Rushing. Perrine is a K. That's a 2, and that'll be an 18-yard run. So 23 will bring them down to the 5. Kansas City is now looking at 1st and goal from the San Francisco 5. Let's see what they can get here. See if they can get some points to try to even this game. No penalty on the play. 15 will be a pass to Rice. 5 on a pass play will be 1 star on trench control for Kansas City. 3 3 will be 2 stars on pass defense for San Francisco. San Francisco will win trench control. They'll take a 9 over to. Wait a minute. Hold on. Pass defense. So a 9 is incomplete. Purple's a possible interception, isn't it? Yes, purple is a possible interception. Kansas City throws an interception on a 1-13. San Francisco modifies that by a +6. So a 1-19, this is going to get picked off. That is a 19 right on the dot. That's going to get picked off. So now how do we determine where it gets picked off? Interception occurs, it happens at the point indicated by the yardage result. White D10 in the appropriate column of the... White D10 in the appropriate column of stalemate or defense wins trench control. So a 4 on column... So a 4 on column K with defense wins trench control. 4 on column K. That'll be in the end zone, is where that's going to get picked off. So that'll probably just be a touchback and bring it out. 9 is rolled when checking for interception yardage point. All right, so interception in the end zone, I'm just going to rule that's a touchback, just to keep things moving. So Kansas City will get exactly bubkiss out of that drive. Probably makes sense that they'd be more interested, especially in the Super Bowl like this, of protecting the ball, having taken possession of it. So Frisco gets another drive check for the third quarter. That is an 82, which on a 0 is going to be another big play chance. 16 on a big play is going to be a pass to McCaffrey. He will take an 8 over to column O on the big play. On the big play chart, which I've got right here. So an 8, column O. That's going to be 2D10. That'll be 12 yards on a big pass. On a passing big play. Okay, so actually, should have been there. 12 is going to be up to the 37. That's still not across midfield, though, so we will have another simulated drive for San Francisco. A 58 will actually be a drive, right? Yes, 58 will actually be a drive. The 4 from the 36 to 50 will be 5 plays, 39 yards. 10, 20, 30, 40, 39. And then a 3 on drive defense 10 is going to be 3rd and 10. Which is where we're at. So 3rd and 10 for San Francisco at the Kansas City 24. Let's see what they can do with this drive. No possible penalty on the play. 1 on 3rd down. They're gonna give the ball to McCaffrey on a run. All right, on a run play, that'll be 1 star on trench control for San Francisco. Nothing for Kansas City, so San Francisco will win trench control. McCaffrey will take a 5 over to column E. Offense wins trench control. That'll be 8 yards and not quite a 1st down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So San Francisco will come up just short. They'll send on the field goal team to take the sure points. In the Super Bowl, you would never gamble like this. So here comes the field goal team. This will be a Let's see, from the 16, 17, this will be a 33-yard kick, as San Francisco looks to extend their lead to 10 points. On a 33-yard kick, 0 to 88, kick is up, and it is good. All right, no penalty on the play. That's an 83. That was close, but that is enough for the kick to be up. It is good. And San Francisco now jumps out to now has a 17-7 lead once I get the scoreboard adjusted. There we are. And that touchdown came here in the third quarter. Okay. Just wanted to make sure I had all of that straight. We'll move that back out to the 25, and San Francisco will kick it off. Boot it back down the field to Kansas City. Actually, so it should be back here. All right, no penalty on the play. San Francisco will take a 2 over to kickoff C, and that'll be a touchback. Kansas City will bring that one back out to the 25. And suddenly the Chiefs find themselves down 2 scores. They need to get a drive going here. Let's see if the Chiefs can. That is a 94. That seems like it's going to be a problem on a -1. Yep, that's going to be a possible interception. So the 14... So I believe we use that for the drive point for the possible interception. 14 on a possible interception is going to be 1 play, 32 yards. So 10, 20, 30, 1, 2. And a possible interception chance. Kansas City throws it away on a 1 to 13. San Francisco modifies that by a +6. That's a 7, so that is going to get picked off. And San Francisco will have an interception return on the black D10 of a 3 for 8 yards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Mahomes uncharacteristically throws another huge interception here in the Super Bowl. So now I'll have a drive check for San Francisco. See if they can get another drive going. This will be our last drive of the third quarter. San Francisco on a 71 will get a drive going. 5 from the 49. So 5. It's going to be 4 plays, 32 yards, and a first down. 10, 20, 30, 1, 2. So San Francisco looking at 1st and 10 from the Kansas City 17. Let's see what San Francisco can do with this last drive of the third quarter. They're already up by 10, looking for more. Possible penalty on the play. 9 is in range for San Francisco, so they will get charged with the penalty. 13 is going to be holding. Which will back him up 10 yards. So that'll be 1st and 20 from the Kansas City 27. San Francisco has really shot themselves in the foot with some of these inopportune penalties today. Let's see what they can do with this play. No possible penalty on the play. 18 on first down is going to be a pass to Kittle. Let's see, 3 stars on a pass, or 3 on a pass play is going to be 2 stars for San Francisco on trench control to 1 on Kansas City. So 6 goes over to passing on the offense. That'll be complete. Kittle will then take a 1 over to column H. Offense wins trench control. 1 over to column H. Offense wins trench control. That's a 15-yard pass. So 15. 2nd and 5. San Francisco from the Kansas City 12. No penalty on the play. 5 is going to be a run to McCaffrey. On a run play, 1 star on trench control for San Francisco to 2 on Kansas City. Kansas City will win trench control. San Francisco will take a 7 over to column E. Defense wins trench control. And that'll be 6. That'll still be 6 yards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still a first down. And now San Francisco will have 1st and goal from the Kansas City 6. Let's see what we can do here. No possible penalty on the play. 1's going to be a run to McCaffrey. 6 will be no stars for San Francisco on trench control. 1 will be 2. Kansas City will win that. McCaffrey will take a 9 over to column E. Defense wins trench control. That'll be 4 yards and a possible fumble. San Francisco coughs it up on a 1 to 5. Kansas City has no modifier on that. And that's a 2, and Kansas City is going to take that one on a turnover. And that is the end of the 3rd quarter, as San Francisco now holds a 17-7 lead as we get ready for the 4th quarter of this game. I might need some more log sheets, so I'll take a small break to get a drink and grab more of those. Okay. I would have sworn I had more play logs in here. Here we go. I was going to say, I would have sworn... Here we go. Yeah. Just getting another blank play tracker ready to go. As the Chiefs are looking at they're looking at a drive check here to start the 4th quarter, down by 10. They're also deep in their own territory, so let's see what they can do here. We'll put that through the tower properly. 62 will be a drive for Kansas City. They needed that. An 8 is going to be 4 plays, 54 yards, and a first down. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 3, 4. So 4, 54 plus. Which means it's 1st and 10 Kansas City from the San Francisco 40. Let's see what the Chiefs can do here. They need points badly, and they need to not cough up the ball. All right, no possible penalty on the play. 8 on first down Mahomes is going to be taking that one himself. Probably on a quarterback draw. 1 star for Kansas City on trench control. 1 for San Francisco, so that's a stalemate, which means Mahomes will be taking a 9 over to column F on a stalemate. 7 yards and a possible fumble. Uh-oh. So 7 yards at the 33. We've got a possible fumble. Kansas City coughs it up on a 1-9, modified by -3 for San Francisco. So a 1-6, Mahomes coughs it up. That's a 10. He won't cough it up. So the ball ended up on the ground, but somebody for the Chiefs got back on top of it. That'll be 2nd and 3. Kansas City from the San Francisco 33. All right, here come the Chiefs. They need points badly. All right, no possible penalty on the play. 1 is going to be a run to Pacheco. 2 is going to be 2 stars on trench control for Kansas City. 5 is nothing for San Francisco, so Kansas City will win trench control. Pacheco will take a 1 over to column G on offense wins trench control. And that's going to be 8 yards, and that should be enough for a Kansas City first down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, that will be enough for a Kansas City first down. 1st and 10. Kansas City from the San Francisco 25. Let's see what the Chiefs can do with this one. No possible penalty on the play. 18 on first down is going to be a pass to Tony. On a pass play, 1 star on trench control for Kansas City, 2 for San Francisco. So San Francisco will take the 0 over to their pass defense. That'll be completed, which means Tony will take a 7 over to column Q, but defense wins trench control. 7 over to column Q. That'll be a 3-yard completion. 1, 2, 3. 2nd and 7 for Kansas City from the San Francisco 22. Kansas City trying to get something going here. Possible penalty. The 11 is out of range, so we'll resolve the play like normal. So that means we'll use the 11. Actually, we'll re-roll. Since we had to use the 6s, we'll re-roll those as well. Okay? We'll re-roll those for the plays is what we're going for. 18 on 2nd down is going to be another pass to Tony. 3 on a pass play will be 1 star for Kansas City, 2 for San Francisco. So San Francisco will take a 4 over to their grid, so that'll be a completed pass. As Tony will take an I over to column Q, defense wins trench control. That'll be another 4-yard completion. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3rd and 3 for Kansas City, as they're now at the San Francisco 18. Let's see what Kansas City can do here. All right, no penalty on the play. 18 on 3rd and 3 is going to be a pass to Watson. 4 is going to be 1 star for Kansas City. 6 is nothing for San Francisco. Kansas City will win trench control. They'll bring a 3 over to their offense. That'll be completed. And a 7 over to Watson for column F. Offense wins trench control. That'll be 11 yards, and that should be just enough for a first down. Yes, it is. So 1st and goal now. Kansas City from the San Francisco 7. We are in the 4th quarter. Let me change the mat as well. No possible penalty on the play. 13 on first down is going to be a pass to Kelsey. 1 is going to be 2 stars for Kansas City on trench control. 5 is 1 star for San Francisco. Kansas City will win trench control. 0 is going to be completed. So Kelsey will take a 7 over to column M as offense wins trench control. M with a 7. That'll be 7 yards, and that'll be enough for a touchdown. As now the Chiefs pull it. As now the Chiefs pull within 17-13, pending the extra point. Chiefs need a 0-97 on the extra point. No penalty on that play, and a 47. The extra point is up, and it is good. And the Chiefs now are within 3. We'll bring it back out for a kickoff from the 35. Let's see what the Chiefs are able to do with this kickoff. They will send we'll call that a 5 because that was a cocked die. No penalty on the play, so a 5 over to column A on kickoff. That'll be a touchback. And San Francisco will bring that back out to their 25. San Francisco has 1 drive left in this game. Let's see what they can do with this drive, though. They have 1 drive left after this one. All right, a 16. San Francisco is going to have to punt that one away. Bad time to be punting that one away. 6 plays, 20 yards. 10-20. So the Niners are going to have to punt that one away. Let's see what they do here. All right, no penalty on the play. They will take a 6 over to column A on the punt. 6 over to column A, that's a 40-yard punt. 10, 20, 30, 40. Fielded at the 15 for Kansas City. They'll take a 7 over to column C on a punt return. No return. Drive check for Kansas City. They now have 1 drive left in the game coming off of this. All right, a 3. Kansas City is definitely going to have to punt that one away. 3 is 3 plays, 2 yards. So San Francisco just slammed the wall shut on Kansas City. So the Chiefs with a punt now from their own 17. San Francisco should have good field position coming out of this. No penalty on the play. The Chiefs will take a 6 over to column A on the punt. That'll be a 40-yard punt of their own. 10, 20, 30, 40. So a good punt, but San Francisco is going to have excellent field position, most likely. A 0 over to column C. Uh-oh, that's a big play. San Francisco is a C on the punt return. So a C punt return gets a big play. That's an 8. That's a D20 plus 25. Uh-oh. 9 plus 25 is a 34-yard return. 10, 20, 30, 3, 4. That may be the death knell for Kansas City, especially if San Francisco can get a decent drive out of this drive check. And this will be it for San Francisco's drives for the game. So that can go back to the box. That can go back to the dice bag. San Francisco is 0 on a drive. 57 will definitely be a drive. Let's see, an 8 from the So an 8 from 21 to 35. 5 plays, 46 yards, and that'll actually be enough for San Francisco to put that one in for a touchdown. And the score is now 23 to 14, pending the extra point, but that's going to be the death knell most likely. So we'll roll for the extra point. No penalty on the play, and 85 is going to be up, and it is good. And the Niners now take a 24-14 lead. And Kansas City is looking at this. And Kansas City is going to be getting ready for next year. So kickoff check for San Francisco. No penalty on the kickoff. A 2 over to column C for San Francisco will be a touchback. And Kansas City is going to throw up a Hail Mary just to see if they can salvage some points from this. So that will be their last play of the game, since this is their last drive. So we roll. Looks like we roll the D20 for that. Right. We roll the D20, and actually we roll all 5 dice just to see if there's a penalty on the play. So we're on the Hail Mary chart to finish this up. So Kansas City brings that back out to their 25. All right, there is a penalty. 18 is actually going to be on San Francisco. So we'll re-roll for the penalty. That's an 8. They're offsides. So that'll move Kansas City up to the 30, and we'll try again on the Hail Mary. No penalty this time. 13 is going to be a 49-yard Hail Mary. And the 34 is going to be incomplete. And that will do it for this playthrough of Glory Days football. In this replay of Super Bowl 58, the San Francisco 49ers have defeated the Kansas City Chiefs by a final score of 24-14. When it comes to football simulators, my relationship with them on the channel has been about almost as sketchy as my relationship with hockey sims has been. I really didn't like Inside Blitz because that ended up being the game that I coined the term sprawling mess for. So when it comes to these football sims, the less messy they are, essentially, the better I like them. So that's why I kind of have started enjoying at least some of the games that don't create as much of a mess. Like, I don't mind APA football when I'm in the mood for a longer game. I may do a little bit of testing with APA football yet this month to see because I've got a way I think I might be able to use APA football or 5D20 football, potentially by Sideline Strategy Games, as the engine for a full season replay in football. Where I'm thinking about using Final Score Football by Downey Games to get me into the fourth quarter, and then full playing it from there. I've also got some other roles involved for the situations, but I'll explain how all of that works when I go to do testing on that. Here's 2023. But as far as this game goes, this one I actually do really enjoy, even if it's a little bit on the longer side than I'm completely comfortable with using for a season replay by the time I get the ticker factored in. But I could probably make this work. I could probably make it work. I just didn't put together a ticker test for this game because I wanted to feature it as an exhibition at least one more time. See if I could get the time of this game down a little bit. And I'm actually, like I said, an hour 20 might be a little bit long, but it probably works. So I'll give that a little bit of thought on what I want to do. But that ramble aside, that, as I mentioned, will do it for this playthrough of Glory Days Pro Football. Coming up later tonight, we're probably going to do an RPG of some kind yet. I haven't decided what that will be yet, though. Tomorrow, I just pulled up the content schedule. So tomorrow morning, we're going to be back over to the Cthulhu Mythos for a roll and write as we play Roll for Great Old Ones from Hodari Spiel. Tomorrow afternoon sometime, we'll be back over to the Diamond as we do a playthrough of APA Baseball. I'll be doing a little bit of testing with the business card holders that I got for hockey. I'll see how they work for baseball. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care, everyone. The San Francisco 49ers win this replay of Super Bowl 58 by a final score of 24-14. Once again, take care.